Welcome back to the adventures of Kyeema, my night elf hunter. Now, I'm just going to empty out my mailbox because I got some cheap bags off the auction house. Looks like they were dumping their 6 sloters to upgrade. I also managed to pick up some food stuff for trying my cooking and also do a quick quest hand in. So I'll shoot over to the cooking trader and get that done.
Hello, adventurer. If you'd like to learn a thing or two about cooking, please visit me at any time.
Illuminate your path.
Long ago, the Night Elves were called the Kaldore, a name that means children of the stars. Learning of the past is an important step in your path as an adventurer. So listen well to what I have to tell you. The Kaldore have always taken much pride in their harmonious relationship with nature. This means that we only take from nature what is necessary, and that we return in kind. This balance has afforded us much, adventurer. Go out and collect 7 small spider legs, no more than that, and return to me. Always remember what I have shown you today, adventurer. You are part of the balance that the Night Elves strive to keep intact, even during troublesome times.
Right, that was a quick quest hand in. And I'll just pick up the brilliant small fish recipe because they're real cheap at the auction house and it's a fast, quick way of leveling my cooking.
Good luck, friend. Ishnu Dal Dieb.
That Kaldari spider kebab recipe, it can sell quite well in the Goblin auction house if there's a horde there trying to grab all the cooking recipes, especially on PvP servers. So there's one way to get rich quick. I'll just shoot in here and grab my first aid training just so I can make a few bandages when I've got some downtime, and I'll also pick up a flint and some wood because I'll also do some cooking on the boats and stuff like that. When I'm just standing around doing nothing, I might as well be cooking and leveling my cooking skills.
I am listening. Goodbye.
I can never remember which trader has the flint and wood. I also grab a few arrows too while I'm here. Why not? I've got the silver. I transferred a whole lot of silver, so I'm all good for money for now anyway, but I'll probably soon burn through it.
Farewell.
Next stop, the hunter trainer, and I know he's around the inn here somewhere. Here we go, totally on the other side of the building.
There are many places that you might visit in Teldrassil. Tell me what you seek.
Okay, I'll get all the skills available. I've got the silver for now anyway. Oh, if you're wondering why the NPCs are so chatty, I've got that voiceover add-on for Classic. It adds voices to the text, so it makes it for a wee bit of a more immersive adventure. Right, I'll just make sure I've got my bars locked just for the skills along the side and stuff. And yeah, I'll go through macros later on with you guys. I'll probably go through them once I get my pet, because yeah, I'll spend quite probably a bit of time organising all that. Now I just remembered I need some spices, mild spices for those herb eggs. I'll do those herb eggs after I cook up all the small fish. Just have some buff food handy. That's all very good. The wee small fish I'll cook up and I'll keep them aside and post them to my alt and post them back, so I can just grab stacks as I need them to feed my pet when I get my pet. I'll just get my bars sorted along the sides. Makes things easier so I don't have to open my book just to use the skill all the time. I put the ones I don't use very
Greetings. Del Nadris.
Now, off to get that bow. That's my main priority, and then getting my staff skill, and then jumping on the boat and heading away to Stormwind, because the plan is to kill Hogger and get the staff reward, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and I also want the Stormwind rep so I can get a horse for my night elf. Yeah, I can always get a cat because I'm a night elf, but yeah, it's always cool to have the horse.
Prepare to be moonstruck.
Now let's talk some hunter abilities, because I've seen I've trained a whole lot. Hunter's Mark. It increases my ranged attack power by 20 at rank 1. It's pretty good. It stops mobs from stealthing. They can't vanish. Rogues can't vanish. Hunters is one of the cool classes against rogues. The other thing too with Hunter's Mark, it's very mana efficient, so that's good. Good bang for buck. Maybe not as useful if you're killing things quick in a dungeon environment where you've got lots of mobs and you're switching targets quite fast. That global cooldown could be better put to use for damage. Back in the old days, before we had the raid icons, us hunters used to have to mark the kill target. Just for those who didn't tune in earlier, I'm using Questy, and a lot of Warcraft people are using it. It's a great add-on, just to find out where all my quest items are and where I've got to go, who's got quests. So Questy, great add-on. Definitely recommend it. It's one of the top add-ons for Warcraft. Because I'm starting to fall behind in the server progression. Normally this whole area would have been killed and farmed out. Yeah, it looks like people are starting to level up quite a wee bit above me. And if I let them get too far ahead, I might struggle to get help on quests and dungeons and stuff. The old zigzag maneuver to get away from mobs. It tends to help out quite a bit. There's the moonwell I've got to get to, and of course there's a dirty great spider in the way. Oh well, we'll just skirt round him, get this thing done. That sentinel has a good quest for hunters if you're after a set of leather braces.
To be in the presence of the Oracle Tree, it is almost to feel wisdom take form. Let me continue the telling. With Teldrassil grown, the Archdruid approached the dragons for their blessings as the dragons had placed upon Nordrassil in ancient times. But Nosdormu, Lord of Time, refused to give his blessing, chiding the druid for his arrogance. In agreement with Nosdormu, Alexstrasza also refused Staghelm, and without her blessing, Teldrassil's growth has been flawed and unpredictable.
Ready for another quick history lesson?
Without the blessings of Alexstrasza the Lifebinder and Nosdormu the Timeless, Teldrassil's growth has not been without flaw. Strange beasts have been reported arising from the very ground of the tree, and crazed furbolgs attack passing travelers. I can only hope that the solution the Archdruid is looking for will be found quickly. I will pour all the files you brought into this vessel for you to deliver to Darnassus. Bring it to Fandral Staghelm. You will find him in the Druid Grove. Go in peace.
Seeing we're running all the way down this path, we'll talk about another hunter ability, Serpent Sting. It's not too bad, it's only 15 mana, but still, it's quite a bit of mana. The damage isn't that great, it's 20 damage over 15 seconds, which, yeah, is pretty much one auto shot. It's good for stopping rogues from stealthing, just doing damage over time. Problem is, in raids it used to take up a debuff slot, so we couldn't use it. That's changed now with this version of WoW Classic. Certain mobs are immune to it. If they're immune to nature damage, it's no good on those. But yeah, mainly PvP is the main use for it. It can cover other debuffs, so they've got to get through Serpent Sting. But I'll be using it because I don't have any mana issues, and yeah, it's extra damage. Certainly can't wait till I get Aspect of the Cheetah. That's going to help us out heaps. It's as fast as a mage blinking. So yeah, I had a race with a mage once to Menethil Harbor in the wetlands, and I had Aspect of the Cheetah and he was blinking, and it was a dead heat getting in the gates of Menethil Harbor. Sometimes you're faster with Aspect of the Cheetah than you are with level 40 mount, especially over short distances, because by the time you cast your mount and start heading along with Aspect of the Cheetah, you can be quite a bit ahead. Not so much with real long distances, but yeah, you can even improve your speed with the pathfinding skill. Here we go, Darnassus. I'll get my staff skill and shoot away, hand in some quests. Finally, with all that silver I got from the auction house alt, I'll shoot down, get my staff training.
The grace with which I fight is not something I can teach you, but I can teach you the use of various weapons.
And now I'll show you why I'm so obsessed with the Hogger staff, because just look at those juicy hunter stats. Quick check on the map to make sure I'm going in the right direction. I can never find my way around this place.
Can I assist you?
A timberling seed. I wanted to try growing one of these to help Denelin with his studies, but I'm afraid I've discovered that a corruption has grown in many of the timberlings, and seeds from such creatures carry their parents' taint. They are beyond my talents to repair. Denelin is very skilled with things that grow. He may find a cure for future timberlings. He may be their only hope. There is a malevolence growing in the timberlings. We are trying to find the source, but until we do, ... In order to keep Teldrassil safe, we must cut down the timberlings who are beyond help. Those that wander Wellspring Lake in northern Teldrassil are the most tainted. They must be removed. Destroy the timberlings you find there and gather the mossy tumors growing upon them. Bring the tumors to me so that they may be burned.
Ashafela.
Just a wee glitch there with AI voiceover with the ... But did you see that dagger? Now that is really good if you're a rogue or a warrior or something. I hate those left-turning spiral staircases. The right-hand spiral staircases, no problem at all. Dunno, just seem to have problems with the left-hand spiraling ones.
I have vision that she lacks. Tyrande has no idea how to lead our people.
More narration incoming.
Ah, yes, the water I had requested. Taneron and Corethris certainly took their time in having it delivered, perhaps not choosing the most reliable of messengers. Nonetheless, I can finally get back to my work then. The weight of Teldrassil's problems fall upon my shoulders, a yoke I would wish to soon be rid of. Take this, you may find some use for it.
Yeah, a wee bit of a dick there, mate. But I'll take the bow, but it still doesn't change the fact you're still a bit of a dick. Again with those super strong legs from running all around Teldrassil. Time to head to Dark Shore and catch a boat. I'll just shoot here and grab the slitherskin mackerel recipe.
The fish off the coast of Teldrassil are quite large and robust. Rumors say it is the speedy growth of our New World tree that is the cause.
Yeah, the slitherskin mackerel recipe is a good one to get to level up your cooking, because generally you can pick them up quite cheap on the auction house, and they come in real handy for feeding to your pet, as long as you don't have a wind serpent, of course. But most pets will eat fish.
To maintain our link to the mainland, we have hippogriffs constantly flying between Lutheran Village and Darkshore.
I really wonder why there's a hippogriff in the boat going backwards and forwards. I mean, you'd think just one of them would be the go, really, unless the boat was supposed to go somewhere else, like Stormwind in the early days of the Blizzard development thing. But I suppose if you had no money, you can always take the boat to get out. But yeah, I'll disable the UI so you guys can have a good view, because it's pretty spectacular flying into Darkshore. I remember the first time I did, it was just amazing. So a lot of my screenshots will be of me flying in and around Darkshore. It's a real cool zone. Not bad for 20-year-old graphics, really.
Your body looks worn and your spirit weary. Rest yourself beneath our roof and allow Elune to guide your dreams.
Took me a few seconds to realise I had the UI turned off. I don't think I'll play it with the UI turned off. It's kind of a handy thing to have. Right, I think I'm just going to grab a quick drink. I'll be back in a sec. Just do a quick check to see what I'm going to cook up, how many of those brilliant small fish I've got, and also how many of those herb egg buff food I'm going to cook for myself. Quick tip for you new players, the boats are signposted so you won't get on the wrong one, and instead of going to Menethil Harbor you end up at Tedrasil or Rutton Village. Set up my wee campfire, start cooking up some food while I'm waiting for it to take off. Sometimes you can get quite a few levels of cooking in the dead time, and once my cooking's level I'll probably start doing the fishing thing. But yeah, that's rather tedious. Anyway, we'll see how many skill ups I get before the boat takes off. Oh look, there's someone else leveling up their cooking as well. And of course, it had to be a gnome. Okay, looks like we got to level 25 in the cooking. That's not too bad. That was the boat pulled up just as we arrived, so that was good timing. No, I didn't push the gnome off the boat, so don't go and report me for gnome abuse. I'll just make sure I grab the flight path because I'm going to need it if I need to come back this way, especially when I hit level 10 and have to do my hunter pet training to get
Where
that.
would you like to fly to?
Be careful.
Let's talk about the cooking. I'm going to start off by doing the brilliant small fish, and that should get me all the way up to 40 because I got a couple stacks of those cheap on the auction house. I also got some eggs, small eggs, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook those up from 40 to 65, and that should give me buff food as well as a whole lot of pet food. The other thing I'm going to try and get is some cheap clam meat off the auction house, because that'll also give me some buff food as well. But failing that, I'll just see what other meats are cheap on the auction house. Generally I can pick up fish quite cheap because there's quite a few low levels leveling their fishing skill, and there isn't that much money around, so the auction house isn't inflated. So I can generally pick up the fish quite cheap. So that's my plan with that. And all the meats and that I pick up, I'll just send to my bank alt with the mailbox, and then I'll just cook those up later on to give me other buff food. So that's how I'm going to do my cooking. I'll probably address more of it later on when I get up to the higher levels. You might be wondering what I'm doing on the boat to ratchet when I'm heading to Stormwind. Well, I didn't fancy the idea of running through the wetlands and doing graveyard runs, but this is a wee shortcut I learnt from a classic WoW player back in the day in one of the cyber cafes where I used to game at years and years ago. what I'm looking for is there's a wee bay around here, and it leads into the Dunmorrow area, so we'll see if we can get there. This is the wee bay, just as I thought. Apparently some people use the unstuck command, and yeah, it can get them through, but I haven't used that. I just sort of drown in the water there. And here we go, first of probably many deaths. Oh, at least I did this one on purpose. But yeah, I felt kind of bad doing it, but hey, I would have died going the other way anyway. One thing I love about night elves, and it's a very underrated racial, is wisp form. That speed increase is just so helpful. Maybe not for hardcore players, but for players like me who die quite frequently, it's a wee godsend. I've just got to get to the Deep Run Tram zone. There we go, we're alive again. Now, I'll just shoot out and grab the flight path, so that'll connect them all up.
The Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy pink griffins stand the heat of the Great Forge? I think not.
I'll just clear out all that food and stuff I've cooked. I'll send that to my bank hold and she'll send it back, and I can just grab it from any mailbox when I need food and stuff for my pet. When I do get my pet, I just logged onto her and I got some stuff off the auction house and posted out to Kyeema, and she can craft that and level up her first aid or cooking, depends how long I've got to wait on the Deep Run Tram. Anyway, let's get this job done and keep moving. But it's getting fairly late. I'll probably log off in Stormwind somewhere. Normally you wait for ages for the tram to arrive, but seeing I've got all this crafting stuff to do, it looks like it's appeared instantaneously. There must be a trick in that somewhere. Get some of my first aid done. Start the ball rolling on that. It's really handy for hunters. So I might head to the cooking trainer, seeing I've maxed out my cooking so far with those brilliant small fish and the herby eggs, and I'll probably call it a night at the tavern or inn, whatever it is.
I supply. Welcome to the Pig and Whistle. Grab a drink, my friend, and pull up a seat. The more the merrier. Be careful.
Alright guys, I'm going to leave it here. I'm feeling fairly tired. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Next session we'll hunt down Hogger and do some quests in the human lands. And I don't know, I might be a wee bit low for Westfall, but we'll see how it rolls.